This live stream is presented to you by MaxSpeed TV. All live streaming content that is presented in this telecast is owned by MaxSpeed TV, Rudy Cummings, and the entire crew of MSTV. This may not be rebroadcasted, retransmitted, and retelevised without written consent. Please enjoy today's broadcast.
Don't count out Casey Drake in that 87.
One more lap to go here at Indy. He ran him all the way from 3 seconds back. 2 laps to go. Oh, Matthew gets done. Oh, Matthew gets the apron around the Drexler. He spins right from the back. Huge wreck. The 2 flies up in the air. It's 3 wide. Oh, what a move by Derek. He wants to go.
Tries to send him up the hill, but can't quite do it.
Not between the two. 2 car lengths. Too little too late for Derek on Smith. Oh, Clampitt gets turned! Clampitt gets turned! Oh my gosh! Side by side, 3 wide at the wire!
Welcome here live tonight for the iSCAR Super Speedway broadcasted open race. We're going to be doing a Talladega recruit session, so all these drivers who are listed here might be in the next broadcast. Coming to you live on the MaxSpeed TV Racing Network. MaxSpeed TV Racing, just MaxSpeed TV. But yeah, I'm excited to go ahead and broadcast this one. It's been a while, so me and Dewey might be a bit rusty, so I guess we'll get started. So my name is Ezeckiel Reyes.
And I'm Dewey Stram. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody.
It should be a fun one here for tonight. Got a lot of drivers, of course. More than 60 people in this session as of right now. I think that is, yeah, total of 62 could join in, but we're still, actually 54 out of 62. I thought it was a full field, but these drivers just taking laps around the racetrack, trying to get situated and get into a nice rhythm. Maybe they might do a couple of pace laps. I mean, a couple of pace laps. They will be doing pace laps no matter what, but a couple of hot laps and steady with the draft and such like that. But yeah, that's basically all I have to go through. We'll go ahead and pull up the order here on your screen, see where everybody is. Nicholas Stroud is currently on top of the charts. Brandon Halzak, I do not know how to pronounce that. Apologies if I do botch your name. Brett Portal is in 3rd, but yeah, still like 12 minutes of practice remaining as of right now, so we'll go ahead and drag in a couple of drivers into this waiting room. But before we do that and start pre-race interviews, what do you expect here for tonight?
Absolute craziness, put simply, because we're going to do, for tonight, we're going to be doing some heat racing for this main event, as the main event in this recruiting session will be a 32-car field. So with 54 plus people in the session, that means about 20 of them aren't going to make the main event. So these heat races and LCQ races are going to be absolutely wild. So I'm looking forward to it as we get right back into the iSCAR season, which will start up in probably a couple days.
Yeah, coming on Wednesday on MaxSpeed TV, we'll be going over the IMSA series, in which all the IMSA classes on iRacing, not the actual IMSA classic classes, but the classes that provided with iRacing are going to be running at the Daytona International Speedway. So it should be fun to see on how everybody will scoot out on that side of things. But as of right now, we all focus in on these drivers and such, and we'll go ahead and drag in one of them into the interview area. We'll go ahead and drag in one of our broadcasters, actually. Do you want to take this one?
Sure, I guess.
All right, we'll go ahead and drag in that number 8 of Benjamin White, who's currently sitting P7. Dewey, go ahead and take this one.
All right, Dog, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're very familiar with this channel and how this channel operates, so I guess more of a general question. What series are you looking forward to most in the summer series that either you'll be broadcasting or be watching?
Well, I really think the IMSA series is going to be very, 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 one, competitive, and 2, interesting to see how everything plays out there, because all the different classes, you'll have multiple winners. Yeah, I'm excited for the upcoming season and helping out again. But I want to talk about the the racing here. Hopefully we don't have trolls in here. I see one person that I know is a troll, so maybe we should kick him out, but I'm not going to do that unless they actually do troll. But yeah, got some guys that I'm going to be working with in this race. So yeah.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of racing experience in iSCAR. You're mainly one of the broadcasters up here like I am. So I guess what are you expecting since, like I said, you're really not too familiar with the whole racing thing yet here?
It's not necessarily league racing. I've done a bunch of super speedway racing on iRacing. It's just a part of league racing. I haven't really forayed into it except for WORC, which is owned by Brayson Collins and the rest of the Nova guys. But yeah, that's the only league that I'm in right now. And I mean, I might step in and race this if I find it fun. But yeah, just see. Hopefully, we don't have a cancer race here, and we at least get some solid recruits out of this as well, because of course this is a recruit session.
Yeah, of course. Series is always looking for more good drivers to add in and add to the beat every week. So good luck to you, Benjamin, tonight, and hopefully we might be able to talk to you again after the race.
That was Benjamin
Can
White
you-
in the... Oh,
You drag me to the Collins channel after I'm done, because I wasn't full screen.
gotcha.
Thank you.
And that was Benjamin White in the number 8, and we'll go ahead and drag in another person into the booth. That'd be the number 7 of Charlie Byer, who's sitting in 14th in practice. Charlie, man, what a season you had. Last time the iSCAR Racing Series was booted up and doing its casual week-to-week NASCAR basis type stuff. Luckily, we're doing it a bit different, of course. We're doing the 6-week summer series yet again. What are you looking forward to here for tonight?
I'm looking forward to some good racing. I made a couple of people mad at me in practice, so that's gonna be fun. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Alright, yeah, man. 10-4. Charlie, of course, you had a strong season in all 3. Of course, you picked up multiple wins in the Truck Series, made the Final 4. I think you picked up a win in the Cup Series as well, but, or was it Cannon? I don't even know. You picked up wins somewhere. But,
Yes.
yeah. Charlie, what are you looking forward to coming in for next week and, of course, the season?
I'm really looking forward to trying out some new cars and stuff. I'm excited for the IMSA series. It's kind of putting a cool little twist. I know that a lot of the people in this league are oval guys, so it'll be interesting, but it'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to it.
Alright, man. 10-4. Charlie, before we let you go, any people you want to thank before we get this thing started?
Yeah, it's 4-weight racing, Side Japping Productions, RDO3 Designs, Motorsports United, and yeah, I want to congratulate you guys for Max Speed TV deal, and I hope you guys make the most of it, and it'll be fun to watch.
Alright, man. 10-4. Thank you, Charlie, and good luck out there for tonight.
Thank you.
Alright, that's Charlie Byer in the number 7 machine. We can go ahead and drag up a couple more people, but, yeah, Charlie, he had a very solid season. I'm excited to see on how he's going to perform here for tonight, but, he's sitting in 14th in practices right now.
Yeah, we saw Charlie do really strong in the Truck Series between that, that pretty lucky win at Talladega we saw when the whole field wrecked on the final lap, which proves, this kind of racing, we'll probably see it here tonight. But Charlie also had a couple other really good wins in trucks this, last season. So we'll have to see if he can potentially pounce on that and get himself a title this time. I'm excited for what he could potentially do, because he did all that as a rookie.
Yeah, definitely. And man, we got a lot of people in the session. My goodness. Now we have a full session, full 62. All 62 slots have been filled. That also means we do have a second group. We're gonna scoot in on. I think it's gonna shuffle in and around. But oh, looks like Peter Kenny is in the waiting room. I guess we're gonna go ahead and drag in Peter Kenny here in a moment. Let me go ahead and try to attempt to find this name. There he is in that number 47 machine, and into the booth goes that number. At number
47.
47. Yeah.
There you go.
There he is. I thought it was unlocked up in the 7, I think. What you call it? ATVO is glitching out right now, but we'll get that fixed coming for the next broadcast. And into the booth goes Peter Kenny, and he's opening up a Coke or some type of soft drink soda can.
What?
Kenny, what's up, Dan?
Hi.
Well, I see you running 25th in practice right now. What are you feeling here for tonight?
I'm feeling confident. I'm ready to go out there and show my super speedway skills.
All right, yeah, man. 10-4. Otherwise than that, of course, the 6 weeks fun series and such like that. Everybody's gonna be like bottled everywhere and such. I know you're ordering a new computer. You just canceled the order, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm getting a different one. That's why.
Well, Kenny, I see you blinking a bit, so hopefully that could fix that problem.
Yeah, I have a big sponsor to thank today.
Go ahead and thank your sponsor, I guess.
I would like to thank Kid.net and Supreme iRenting Division for coming on the card today. Everybody, go on GoFundMe and look up Kid.net and help the fund so we can buy our team a website or buy iSCAR a website with the domain Kid.net. So help the cause for that.
All right, man, 10-4. But Peter, going and moving on and such. What are you looking forward to here coming for this season?
I'm looking forward to hopefully do well. I mean, I'm not a bad super speedway driver, so I just hope that I can get my issues with my computer resolved and be more competitive.
All right, man, 10-4. Kenny, currently sitting 27th as of right now. Ready to thank the sponsors. We'll go ahead and see you coming around.
Thank you.
Peter Kenny in number 47. We'll drag in the number 87 of Casey Drake here in momentarily. If I could even find his name. It's like I can't.
Just a reminder, Peter Kenny does have a super speedway win in iSCAR.
Right.
He came way back in season 1 of the Bronze Series at Daytona. I'm sure a lot of people remember that race when the entire field ended up in the catch fence, but it may have been a lucky win, but a win is a win. So Peter definitely knows how to get it done at these tracks, so we'll have to see if he can get it done tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Peter's definitely one of those people to really watch out for week to week. And speaking of people watching out and such like that, we're gonna go ahead and drag in the 87. I mean, he's not in the 87. I'm trying to find his number, but there's just so many people.
13.
Oh, he's in the 13?
I think so.
Okay, we'll slap on the 13 and see if that is correct. Yes, it is. And into the book goes the number 13 of Casey Drake. What up, Casey? I see you're backwards in their stall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Casey, I know you're eager for an interview. What you want to say?
Hi, everyone watching.
Alright,
Hi,
10-4. Any sponsors you want to thank here? I see you're running a different paint scheme rather than your classic M&M's one.
I think it's Red Bull, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's Red Bull.
Like, yes. Scott Speed, I think. Paint scheme, I guess. Yep.
Alright, man. 10-4. Any other things you want to say?
I'm in 51st, so I think we have a good shot of not making it to the feature, so.
Oh gosh. Well, Casey, good luck out there tonight. Hopefully you'll situate yourself and, you know, do your best.
Am I back?
Oh crap, I dragged him out. Well, gosh. Casey Drake, everybody. Go ahead, drag in the number 61 of Hunter Rupp into the area of the booth. Hunter, you're run 11th right now. Who are you working with here?
I just kind of want to survive. I mean, I'll push anybody in front of me as long as they've got 4 wheels and they're going decently fast. I just want to live.
Oh man, 10-4. Speaking of living and such, how are you gonna survive here for this 35 lap event? That's if you make it in.
I'm gonna. I mean, this is like my 4th race here, and I DNF one of them. So I mean, I'll try to qualify my best. And if I don't, I'll just wait back in the heat race and hope I get in.
All right, man. 10-4.
That's kind of my strat here.
Yep. All right, man. Before I let you go, any sponsor you want to go ahead and thank?
No.
No?
We've been sponsorless. We've been sponsorless for the past
Tough.
few weeks.
You should hit up
it's a
Peter
startup
and,
team.
you know, hit that.
Get Kid.net on the
yep,
car.
I know, yeah. All right,
you
man.
should,
well, thank you.
You should check out Hunter's NR 2003 series Redneck Online, looking for drivers. Any NR 2003 guys watching, you should check it out.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, bud.
Alright, well, it's been a pleasure. Thank
All
you.
right. Hunter, we'll go ahead and see you around. Good luck in the race.
Thank you.
That was Hunter it up in the number 61, and we're gonna go ahead and drag the 05 of Jeremiah Bethune in the booth. He goes. Jeremiah, you got a copy?
Yellow? Hello?
Hello, Jeremiah. I see you in the 05, currently running 27th. Anybody you're looking forward to work with?
Maybe, William, Kenny, or whatever his freaking name is.
Penny.
I race with him a lot, so, yeah, Peter Kenny, whatever, freaking ding dong. I'll run with him. I'll try to.
Okay, man, 10-4. Well, Jeremiah, practice about to end. Any sponsor you want to thank?
Dude, I'm freaking lonely, man. I ain't got no sponsors.
Oh, man, y'all, you gotta hit up Jeremiah if y'all are watching. Everybody who's watching, go ahead and hit this dude up. He needs some hood sponsors, but yeah, Jeremiah, good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, and that was the number 05, and yeah, practice just ended, so that means we're gonna go into qualifying here in just momentarily. Scoot ourselves to the side, play the national anthem. Rise out, remove our hats, and we salute our nation's colors. Welcome you back here for the iSCAR open race. Currently doing a recruit session and trying to find who is RM. I screwed that up. Sorry. Talladega guys, recruit session, and currently qualifying is underway. And we'll pull up where everybody's sitting and such. But qualifying is essential because this top 25 gets themselves into the big show. Everybody else gets shoved into the the other thing.
The LCQ.
Yes.
So the top 7 will advance to the LCQ. So it's going to be an absolute hornet's nest in the LCQ, so you do not want to end up there.
Right. And only the top 5 in that LCQ get in, so.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Well, 25 and 5, then where's the other 2?
I mean, no, it's 27 in the qualifying, I meant.
Oh.
So, yeah, 32 in total.
You've been numbered.
Yeah, but we're going to be watching around where this cutoff is.
Well, here's a new driver around the cutoff, Nick Chase, driving the 25 for tonight. I believe he's one of the new drivers that's come out of this recruit session. He puts himself up into 4th place, so Nick Chase, at least for now, in a decent spot to help get himself into the main event.
Nicholas Stroud, number 21, he's floating around. Austin Critter, excuse me, Critter. I screwed that up hard.
Oh, no.
Crittner, apologies. Chris Henry.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed. Like, at least 5 or 6 people in the top 10 so far are brand new people to the series. This is pretty exciting.
Definitely. And oh boy, that leaderboard is going crazy right now. And outside, oh my gosh, we have more than 43 people who have at least logged in 1 lap. So we're definitely gonna have some people inside in an LCQ for this. And sitting outside that top 27 is Jeremiah. Oh, he dropped all the way back to 34th. Man, this leaderboard is just updating so rapidly. Now, Juan, I see, and then 9 is sitting 25th as he nails the inside wall.
That was a Brad Smith wreck right there, minus the flip. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these guys time it. I mean, it looks like they're almost out of time now, unless the ATVO just broke. But if I were them, I would have tried to get off with about right now.
Right.
So if you get your lap in now, nobody can go after you.
I don't think Colton's going to be able to log in his second lap, unfortunately. Joshua Sobel in
26,
the 30,
he's in.
26, so yeah, he's in. Roderick Norman sitting 27th right now. I think he's in as well. The only person who's on track outside this area is Matthew Alexander, and he's sitting 37th, unfortunately. Colton Lights is... Yeah, he's not going to make it.
Up here.
Right.
Looks like Timothy Smith in the 29 has scored the pole for tonight.
Wow. That's
so
surprising.
Congrats to him. Someone we've known for a while, just recently joining the series, so congrats to him. And we're going to start up Heat 1 here momentarily.
Now, also known as the last chance qualifier, of course, everybody in this area, they got to finish top 5, so if you're not inside that top 5 bubble, you're out for this 35 lap event. So looks like we got some Hunter Heck is in the number 50, is going to be starting on top.
And I believe that's Nick Chase to his outside, and it is.
Correct.
So he just missed locking himself in, but starting second is not a bad thing, so Nick will be in contention pretty much with the drop of the green flag.
Matthew McDonald in the 46, he's an iSCAR regular. He's looking to get himself into this main event, as well as a teammate on his outside. That's the number 5. I think that is...
That'd be Brayson Collins.
Right. Correct.
Matthew Alexander will be starting in 10th for this event, our media guy here at iSCAR. Hasn't raced a lot, just like Benjamin, but I think Matthew's got a pretty decent chance at making the event tonight. So watch out for him in that camo car.
You also see here in this main event, in this LCQ area, looks like to be Jeremiah Bethune. He's also an iSCAR regular coming in and looking to aim himself in. So 5 iSCAR regulars in this LCQ. It should be interesting for the 7-lap event.
Connor Brandon back in 18th as well. So
yeah, it looks like
we'll see if he can make his way up or not.
I don't think he's even connected in session. So
Mitch Hobbs is back there, but I'm not sure if he connected either.
Right.
Paul Granada also. There's a couple other guys but there's a lot of new names up here, so this will be really interesting. I'm almost as curious about how this will play out as I am the main event.
Field rolls itself off for this last chance qualifier. Again, the top 5 from this 7-lap event will go ahead and sweep themselves into the 35-lap main event. And we don't really know much of these drivers, so I guess we could just take a look at their statistics and go off of that. Hunter Heck, number 50. He's rookie, 2.3, 1200 I rating. Nick Chase, 611 I rating. Brett Bortle, 1500. It's like William Evans, 1900. Matthew McDonald, of course, iSCAR regular, he's 1400. Donnie Henry, 1500. So everybody looks in this area, in this LCQ, is under 2000 I rating.
We're definitely room for improvement, though. I'm sure these guys run at least some races on a semi-regular basis. So even if these guys, may not join the league or they do join the league, they've definitely got some room to improve that number before the season starts.
Definitely. All right.
So there is a potential I rating cap for some series here that could happen. So I'm sure if these guys are looking at joining, they might want to get themselves above that threshold.
Yeah, definitely. All right, here we go. Race number 1, aka LCQ. Gonna go into the books, and we're gonna find out on who's gonna come out up top from this 7-lap event. And the pace car aims itself onto pit road. Hunter Heck is gonna lead the field to this green flag, and a total of, I think, 13, 14, oh, it looks like 15 drivers will take the green in this last chance qualifier. We roll ourselves through the trial. If you're not just joining us here for tonight, my name is Ezeckiel Reyes, alongside with Dewey Stram, and ourselves set here for this green flag, which is dropping. We're underway here for the LCQ.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of guys ended up in the LCQ just decided not to race. As this, of course, only is a rookie session, so for the guys that are iSCAR regulars, it's not a terribly big deal if they don't miss it. But a lot of these new guys are out here with something to prove, and a couple of them are already starting to do so.
Yeah, definitely. You saw toward that rear end of the field. That was a four-wide action entering turn number 1. One of those cars are out of line. I think that's Colton Lights in the number 18 trying to make some moves. He scooted up himself into that position, taking that 4-wide move. He's now worked himself up to 11th, but not in that cutoff spot. His work ourselves through 3 and 4 for the first time. Looks like opening up the bottom is that second, third car. I don't know who that is in line. Looks like that's Matthew McDonald in that number 46. We got trouble. Oh!
Collins. And Bethune is in that as well. Another car hits them, and that was a huge hit.
Unfortunate for them, that will end their hopes, and Brazen Collins and Jeremiah Bethune is done for. They're going to have to tow it and get it out of harm's way. There are no fast repairs, by the way, so it's just a dead sprint from this point forward.
And no caution, so if you wreck, you're pretty much done for the night.
Right.
Even if you don't hit anything. But yeah, I noticed on the start that 25 of Nick Chase did not get going on the outside, and it really stacked up the entire inside line as people tried to move down to get by that 25, so ended up jumbling up the start a lot, but Nick's still in that first group, so even though he missed the start a little bit, he's definitely not out of it yet either.
Hunter Heck still in the lead. He started himself up front. Trouble! The 40 goes around!
No!
He might have involved more people in it. The cars are scrambling all over. It looks like Colton Lights is in it in the 18. One of the iSCAR regulars. The first car to get turned was at 40. Brett Bortle. Unfortunate to him, he's going to be out of it. We'll get a replay of what happened, as looks like they scooted themselves through the travel. Oh, looks like the 51 just washed up. I don't know who the 51 is. There he is. We'll go onto the live screen and see where he's running. He's running in third, though. That's Matt Medler. Excuse me. We really fanned out the field, actually, because of that.
Yeah, top 3 are gone. Looks like Hunter Heck and then Matthew McDonald and one other car, I believe, are in a league of their own right now. Is that wreck? Yeah, that's it. And then got 3 or 4 more cars behind them, but these top 3 have now been able to separate as we're now halfway through this LCQ.
Yeah, this will make it interesting. I don't know if this top 3 will pull from that 4th place guy of, looks like that's Todd Newhouse in that number 32. Looks like Cade Jones is in 5th place, and the person who caused the wreck, and that number 51 is sitting there looking damageless right now. And right behind him, how about not Matthew Mitch Hobbs.
Mitch Hobbs started, I think, 21st. He's up to 7th, so Mitch Hobbs close to a transfer spot and a huge block up the track. That'll let Mitch go by maybe both of them.
Now 3 wide as that dude's really pinching down. That is so close. The 51 sort of washed up. They're blocking all over the place and such. Boy, this is turning into what might be a 3-car wreck.
That would be. Those are the transfer spots back there as well. So if one of those guys wrecks, somebody way off pace may end up getting into the main event here.
That's correct.
Whoa!
So close as the 88 of Cade Jones is just trying to pinch down the 97 of Mitch Hobbs. But fortunately for Mitch, he got the run going, and he's going to scoot himself into 4th. And man, they're all over each other for this 4th spot.
Yeah, Cade Jones currently finds himself in 5th. That is the final spot. So we got a 4-car race here for that last, and 2 of them will make it in, 2 will not. And it looks like we do have a lead change here as the 36 has gotten by that 46 of Matthew McDonald.
And that's Donnie Henry, and that number 36 looks like made himself through that big wreck on the front stretch, and now is in position. If all these three drivers just work with each other, I'm pretty sure they're solid, and they'll get in. All our eyes are on this final transfer spot, as Mitch Hobbs, looks like the 32, Todd Newhouse, the 51, and Matt Metler, and I think that is Cade Jones in the 88. That's correct.
Yeah, Mitch has to be careful because Cade's blinking a little bit, so that could be a little hairy for Mitch, but we'll have to see how that all plays out. But we're coming up to the white flag here in the LCQ, and Matthew McDonald looking for the lead on the outside, and it looks like Hunter Heck in the 50 is going to go with him here into turn 1.
Now, if any of these top 5 wreck it or something like that, and man, they're about to, that number 31 of Matthew Alexander, Michael Katanich, they're peaking. They could go ahead and snatch that top 5 position. So all these people just need to work with each other. They just need to make it to the checkered flag. But this battle for this top 5 is heating up.
Oh boy. Yeah, McDonald leads out of turn 4. I don't know if he'll win, but as long as he doesn't get turned, he'll be in.
To the outside goes the number 36. It's not going to be enough. Donnie Henry's going to be short at the wire, but he's going to make it into the transfer spot. But at the wire, looks like these drivers are peeking down low. Mitch Hobbs will get 4th, and 5th place is Cade Jones. Round he goes, he gets turned.
Yeah, Todd Newhouse, the first car out, showing perhaps some displeasure there by hooking the 88, but it is all for naught as those results are final, and Todd Newhouse misses out by just that much. So your top 5, Matthew McDonald, Donnie Henry, Hunter Heck, Mitch Hobbs, and Cade Jones will advance to the main event, and we'll start 28th through 32nd when we drop the green for that.
There's your top 5 results there in front of your screen. Matthew McDonald, the iSCAR regular, picking up a preseason win, and gonna move himself on into that to the main event. Shoot. Okay. Yeah,
we're rusty.
Yeah, it's been a while. All right, warm up is underway. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go ahead and advance, but talked to a couple of drivers. Oh, looks like they did advance. So
I guess we're not going to now.
Yeah, never mind.
We got pranked. That's all right. We can talk to him after if you want to.
Oh no, actually, I pranked myself. ATVO is just glitching in and out and such.
We just got double pranked. We got prankception over here.
Yeah, my gosh.
There's Kaloa.
Yep.
He's in. He's an iSCAR regular. I believe the only driver from Hawaii.
That's right.
Good to see a state representation like that. Is you wouldn't really, I guess you wouldn't really expect a guy from Hawaii to be like this, but
yeah, definitely
not a bad thing at all. That's the cool thing about leagues like this. You get guys from all over the place getting in and racing at the same time. And that's one of the coolest things on a platform like this, is to see everybody come together like that.
That's a rip. Yeah, these drivers, just a 5-minute warm-up. We'll take a look at where everybody is going to stand for this one. Mulrooney, I don't know where he qualified, but he's up there. Timothy Smith, at number 29, he's right behind him. Yeah, your pole sitter.
Yeah, I guess those two become comfortable with each other pretty quickly here, as they look to be pretty uniform here in their drafting. So, got about 3 minutes until our main event starts. So just a little bit of happy hour practice getting in, but I'm sure there might be some shenanigans going on here before we get going, as there are always shenanigans in happy hour.
Yep, there's one. Yeah, perfect example right there. Drivers screwing in and around. We'll see if anybody's in the waiting room. Nope, looks like it's not. But I don't know, who can we interview? Drivers screwing around, such. Wait! Excuse me. I sneezed! I sneezed!
That's not the noise I expected to hear from a sneeze, but I'll take your word for it.
We'll take a look at. I guess we'll pull up some results as. These people flipping in and around and such. They're nailing walls left and right. So, this leaderboard's gonna shuffle just a slight as we look.
That's a lot of laps.
Yeah, that is a lot of laps. That's correct. Fortunately, it's not gonna be like that.
That many laps tonight.
Holy
We've
crap!
Run 0.
Yeah. All right. So looking at this leaderboard, who you're expecting to maybe make it?
I'm gonna say nobody. 'Cause this is a recruit. This is a recruit session. We've got some new drivers sprinkled into the field here, of course. So I don't know what to expect tonight, but I'm gonna make a bet that nobody in the top 10 will win.
Nobody in the top 10.
That's the only thing I'm gonna say is that no one in the top 10 will win the race. That starts in the top 10.
Man.
Actually, if you go back a couple of slides there, if you can, I saw a name that some people might recognize from real life racing. If you go another slide over, that 01 of Charles Lewandowski. If that's the Charles I think it is, he used to run some truck and nationwide races around the late 2000s, early 2010s. So if anybody watched some races from that time, you may have seen Charles in the field, if that's who I believe it is, and if not, I apologize. So, if that's the case, then we might have a real driver here tonight. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Good to see some, of course, real-life experience being transferred onto the sim. You like to see that, of course. They're doing the Pro Invitational, where all NASCAR drivers, NASCAR Cup Series drivers are just having some fun on the sim and such, but yeah, should be fun. As we get ourselves here set for this 35-lap main event. No fast repair is going to be handed out for this one, so all bets are off once that green flag starts to wave. Here we go. Oh, apologies about that. Back in. No. But
Bit of technical difficulties. We're good here. Stuff happens.
But yeah, getting ourselves set for this green flag. Drivers now starting to grid up here for tonight's event. Again, a total of 32 drivers. ATVO is fairly laggy right now. Don't know why. It's probably I haven't started it in years, but yeah. Place your bets because it's one heck of a gamble that we're gonna see. Oh boy. I don't even know who to pick.
Like I said, I'm picking anybody that's not starting in the top 10. And it looks like Casey Drake's doing some apron exploring before we get going here.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't do that during the green flag, or else, obviously.
That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. But yeah.
It wouldn't be unexpected, but it wouldn't be good.
Right. Now just joining us here for tonight, the iSCAR Super Speedway Series Open Race. Getting set to go green here just momentarily. Of course, we're doing a different kind of race. Doing a bit of fun A-fixing, I guess you could say. Because this is just about an A-fixed event, as long as an A-fixed event. 35 laps.
It's pretty, to me, it kind of seems like the Busch Clash, but with a lot more people and a lot less rules.
Yeah, definitely.
As the Summer Series will be picking itself up this week, so I am very, very excited about that. And if Benjamin White does not race that, he'll be up in the booth for those, and if not, maybe I'll be. So Either way, definitely tune into that and all the other series we've got to offer this summer. But before we get there, we've got this, and I'm excited for this too.
Yep, definitely. This will just give us a feel on who's going to be sitting where, and how this is, I guess, drivers getting a feel. I guess you could call this a bit of a shootout race. Drivers getting a feel, trying to get back into the vehicle and, you know, have fun and such, but we're going to find out on who's going to come out up top after 35 laps. Pace car's in. And Timothy Smith in that number 29, one of the iSCAR rookies coming in here for this season, will lead the field coming to the green. If you're now just joining us here tonight, welcome here live for this iSCAR recruit session, getting set to go. And oh boy, the tension's building up. Who's going to wash out? Who's going to shuffle to the front? The green flag is out, and we're up and away here at Talladega.
The unofficial beginning to the iSCAR Summer Series started here, so Timothy Smith will lead them down into turn number 1 as one car dives way down to the inside, and that 57 of Corey H. Hart's just got left right out to dry.
Whoa!
Whoa! Couple of big moves there. Hart's really got himself in line, and a couple guys stepped out, so these guys are wasting no time trying to get their way up to the front.
Yeah, definitely. They're 3 wide. Mitch Hobbs making a move to the middle, but up front, that's just allowing this whole line. It looks like a pack of 5 just to pull away. Corey H. Hart's giving a nice shove to the 2 of Mulrooney. And Timothy Smith is on the bottom. Man, you got to be careful where you're pushing, because that 57 of Corey H. Hart's was all over that 2.
You'll have to jog my memory if this main event has cautions or not, because I don't recall if it does or not. But
it does.
Okay. Either way, though, you don't want to get caught up in a wreck, of course, but at least you're not like in the LCQ where if you wreck, you're just totally done for. So even if there's no fast repairs tonight, not all hope is lost if you end up looping it around somewhere. So you can be a little bit conservative, but with only 35 laps, you got to pick and choose how long and when you're going to be, because if you wait too long, or you don't wait long enough, it might spell disaster for you and probably a lot of other people.
2x2. Oh, got trouble! One car gets booted up into the wall, and they're wrecking. Around goes AJ Bain. One car on its roof in a big mess. In turn 3 and 4.
Nick Miller in there. That's one car still flipping. I believe that's Sartaj Man in the 9. And a huge crash on just lap 2. And that might take a lot of people out.
Man, Donnie Henry is involved in that. I think Benjamin White was in it, in that 8. Looks like he's damageless. Hold.
I think Nick Miller got collected in that as well.
Right.
I think he was one of the ones that went up and over. Oh.
Looks like it started around where the 61? Really not sure. Looks like...
Oh, yeah. Looks like Hunter and AJ Bain got together, and they went for the same real estate, and William Schmidt got in that as well, and nice save by Bayer right there as well.
Now take a look at the number 22. Right there in front of your screen. It's like Hunter. Oh, he just washed up.
Oh, 84 just got clipped. Nowhere for him to go. And then there you see the 84 up and over. There's Sartaj Man flying around. Nick Miller's in there. Matthew McDonald, your LCQ winner, up in that as well. So a lot of cars.
The 84.
You see Donnie Henry in the 36.
The number 84 who went flipping. There he is. That's Aaron Witten.
Hunter Heck as well. So at least 2 of the LCQ drivers and Donnie Henry. So at least 3 of the 5 LCQ transfers involved in this one.
Of course, pit road's open. We'll see who scoots themselves down on in to slap on 4 drivers. I mean, 4 drivers, 4 tires. What am I saying?
The tires are drivers.
Yeah, I guess you could put it that way. That sucks. You see a big wreck on lap number 4. That takes a lot of people.
I was expecting a big wreck like that, but I was not expecting it, I guess, this early. But with the amount of moves that we saw even right after the drop, can't say I'm surprised now either.
Yeah, me neither.
Zeke, you need to see what I did coming to pit road.
This is a broadcast, dude.
I don't care, bro. You need to see it.
Here you see one of our iSCAR admins, Nick Miller, boasting about something he did coming to pit road. So I guess if he insists, maybe we should take a look at it. I guess, who knows, but
Ew.
maybe.
Nick Miller,
I mean,
attention seeker.
Nick was one of the cars involved in the big crash, so I guess he wants us to see something, but
Okay, cool. Spun
wow.
around, and yeah, it's good to
Thank
done
you,
in.
Kanye. Very cool.
Thank you, Kanye. Very cool. Exactly.
That has made a great impact on my day.
All right. Besides the shenanigans that Nick Miller wants to boast about, we'll take a look at how this, where everybody is standing right now. By the looks of it, it's Bruni on top. Looks like Timothy H. Smith is in the P2 for H. Hearts. In P3, Nicholas Stroud. Looks like he made it through. He's sitting 4th. Eric Keeter in 5th. Austin Kurtner.
Repping Jimmy Spencer up in 6th place. That's a really good scheme. I haven't seen in a long time, so that's a good one. Hunter Rep unfortunately caused that big incident. He finds himself in 7th. A little bit of, looks like hood and some spoiler damage though, so hopefully that's just cosmetic. Chris Henry finds himself in 8th. That's I believe a Bill Elliott throwback or Schrader, one of them.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Oh, looks like we're not going green. Something's going on right now, but
Dylan Simmons, another recruit here tonight. I think that's Casey Drake, I believe, that's going backwards on the apron.
oh, unfortunately, that is going to be a whack.
Well, unfortunately, I was correct about Casey doing some apron exploring during the. That's not how I envisioned him doing it either. So another one bites the dust here under caution, so we're going to have to wait another lap before we vroom some more.
A lot of people hit pit road. I think that's why they're like still single file. I'll take a look at more of the field. For Chris Henry. Andrew Eiler. I feel like I've seen that name somewhere. I don't know where, but Eiler in 9th, excuse me. Mitch Hobbs, one of the LCQ drivers, making it up to 10th place.
Yeah, I started 21st in the LCQ and is now 10th in the main event. So Mitch with a pretty good night so far. And you see Kevin Parentau. Apologize if that's wrong, but a little bit of damage, but definitely still has a shot to win. Finds himself in 13th place, so in the top half of the field.
Benjamin, he made it through. He's sitting 12th. Brian Kwan, 13th. I think we're missing 14th place. For H. Hearts, 15th Buyer.
A couple more pitters. Looks like, I believe that's Dylan Simmons is one of those. Kwan as well.
Yeah.
And I believe a whole bunch of the field has already disconnected or something, because the field looks like it's a whole lot smaller than it was when we out.
Yeah, definitely. I honestly think we just slashed the field in half with that big wreck.
I mean, I think there was less than half the field in there, but I guess anybody that spun out might have just called it a day, even if they weren't damaged that much. I mean, in iRacing wins, of course. It is a recruit, and I guess the whole point really isn't to, I suppose, win, but just to find some new talent that can help our series grow. So
Right. I was about to point that out. But of course, this big wreck, unfortunately, what you call it? It shortens out the window of what these drivers' potential could be. Those
I
drivers
will
just
say
got
this,
slashed
though.
in a big wreck.
In a race full of good drivers, don't be a Santino Ferrucci.
Right.
If anybody saw that earlier. If
Yeah.
not, it was another IndyCar race at IMS, and Santino Ferrucci wrecked. I think it was Oliver Askew coming to the line to end the race, and yeah. So of course you don't want to see intentional stuff, especially in a situation like this, but wrecks are bound to happen, so. Oh well, so we're gonna be going green here in probably about 30-ish seconds, so looks like Timothy Smith and Eric Heater will lead us to the green, 29 and 28.
Nine, 28. Two iSCAR regulars. I mean, Timothy, I wouldn't say he's a rookie, because he did finish second in points to Logan Clampitt in the Street Stock Series in Season 1. So, at number 29, he started himself up front and looking for more laps to add on to his resume, but with the field slashed in half, unfortunately, with that big wreck, this race is had to dwindle down to looks like 10 cars back left in competition.
Green, green, green.
Flag. Drivers trying to file in line. One of those drivers are missing a rear bumper as well. I think that's the 46, Matthew McDonald. He's going to be slow off this
McDonald,
restart.
Yeah, he was collected in that first wreck, but he is the LCQ winner. Still up there with a chance to win as long as he's got a car behind him. And, whoa! Hunter barely escaped another one right there. That could have been another huge wreck right after the last one.
Hunter's been littered all over the place. That number 61 looking to definitely somebody to watch out for, but he's sitting in third, and these drivers peeking in and around, maybe trying to find a way around that number 61.
Well, we in the booth need to watch out for Hunter, and I think the other cars on the track need to watch out for Hunter as well, so definitely two-faced here so far as Heater leads that lap as he got in front of Timothy Smith on the restart, so lead change here early on. And like you said before, Hunter now up to third, so currently gaining one of the 3 podium spots as they're about a fifth of the way through.
Get themselves on the back straight with one driver moving high, another moves up high. Gonna side draft off the 21, contact in the 46. Whoa. Oh, so close, 3 wide as the 46. I think that's Matthew McDonald got booted up to that third lane, trying to come down, and unfortunately it shuffled everybody. They're littered everywhere. My goodness. Everybody left and right as they scramble for this lead.
Yeah, this looks like a magma chamber getting ready to burst again, just like on lap 2, as one bad move could spell trouble for everybody, and this is pretty much Russian roulette here. Which bad move is gonna set everything off? But how about that 4 of Dylan Simmons working his way up the outside, looking for the lead, with the 97 of Mitch Hobbs, who transferred in from the LCQ. So Mitch with probably the best night out of anybody so far, finding himself now up in the top 5 after starting, I believe, 31st.
Second about 3 by 3 up on that third lane as Heater throws a horrible block, and it shoves the 4 out of line, and around they go.
One does not, and that's going to take Stroud out, and Kurtner is in there, and one other car goes down on the apron. No caution.
Cannot believe there was no caution called for that one. There was 4 cars involved in that, but they all spun to the apron. Luckily for them, I don't know if they'll throw a late caution if one of those drivers do stop on track, but Heater obviously aggressive blocking, unfortunately, causing another big pileup.
Dylan Simmons held on to it though, and despite being blocked and shuffled out of line, he's still in 5th place, and now he's behind Mitch Hobbs rather than the other way around. And another big block by Heater.
That's gonna suck the 29, and unfortunately for Heater, that's gonna be a remove.
And Simmons couldn't quite miss that one, and he'll go down into the grass. Timothy Smith is junked, and this is a huge, huge break for the guys that just spun out at turn 4. as they'll be able to go right back up and be right up in the pack again. But another bad block by Eric Heater, and like I said, Russian roulette. And there we go.
Yikes. Another early caution before we even cross halfway, and I think all these drivers, I don't know if they disconnected already. They most likely have.
And you see William Schmidt still sitting on pit road from the first incident with AJ, so I'm surprised those two haven't called it quits yet, but yeah, hopefully this stuff doesn't translate into the main super speedway season.
That'd be horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a no-no from us. Is we should probably, I mean, there's not a lot of people. You can probably go see what happened there. I mean, we saw what happened, but at least we should see the extent of how many people ended up getting collected in that, because it was I believe 5 or 6 cars ended up junked in that one.
Back.
As well as that 4-car wreck out of turn 4 as well that somehow there wasn't a caution for.
There's the first block.
Yeah, Simmons got lucky, but these three, see Quan, Stroud, and I don't know who that white and black car is. But
I think it's the 34.
Kurtner with a big hit to the inside wall, and then Chloe Hankins in the 72 was the other one involved in that. So 2 of the 408 entries tonight in that. The first of the 2 big wrecks caused by a bad block from Heater, so now we'll have to see the second of which coming into turn 3. And you'll see it right here. Heater comes way up the track right in front of Mitch Hobbs. And then nothing Simmons or Mitch Hobbs can, and Smith just gets turned right into him. Nothing Simmons can do either.
Sucks. Really does.
Yeah, Simmons was having a really, really nice race so far. One guys coming in for the recruitment race that has not run in iSCAR before, unfortunately gets collected in that, and a couple other cars we see there as well.
I get a better
Piling
angle.
into Timothy. Big hit. So we're about a third of the way through, and I believe we've got less than half the field left, so... But Mitch Hobbs, who started 31st in this race and started almost dead last in the LCQ, is now leading the main event. So Mitch has done pretty much as you could possibly do in these 2 races so far, but we'll have to see if he can hold on and win, or if he'll end up like the cars around him a few moments ago.
So we're now really watering down the field. I don't even know if this... We could even pick up drivers from this recruit.
Are there even 10 cars left? I mean, some of them are
14
doing
lead
really
lap.
well, though. I mean, you can't fault any of those guys. Of course, Heater and iSCAR regular, who's, won multiple races here. So, I mean, of course, nothing of the new people's doing whatsoever, but unfortunate either way, though. As the top 3 in the running order are iSCAR regulars, as well as Matthew McDonald, Peter Kenny, and Chloe Hankins. So half the top 10 guys we've seen here before. But Nicholas Stroud, who was involved in the 4-car wreck that did not trigger a caution, does find himself back up in 9th. And Austin Kurtner is in 7th. So those guys definitely, despite getting that damage and spinning out, still have a chance, since we've got 22, 23 laps remaining.
still so much time left, and these drivers are racing like it's the white flag every lap. And now we've watered it down now to looks like 8 cars. Not 8 cars, 12 cars on the lead lap. The first person 1 lap down is the 38. Is right in front of your screen. Doesn't look as damaged. Oh, never mind. I thought it was the car in front of him. And Kilo Hankins is 72, but Donnie Henry sitting 13th, 1 lap down. He's gonna have to fight with a 4. Actually, the 4 is on pit road. I think he's most likely done for.
Yeah, Simmons was running in the top 5 before clobbering Timothy Smith into turn 3. But Simmons definitely showed some promise there. Is he really good himself? As Simmons was one of the drivers that did qualify his way in the qualifying session, so did not need the LCQ to get in. So perhaps if we have another recruitment session or other practice race or something, maybe we'll come back and do that one. But if not, maybe we'll see him in a couple days. We'll have to see. So we're probably coming to the 1 to green here.
Yeah, most likely.
Had to guess.
Barely any cars on the lead lap. Looking like a bottom split A-fixed race. 23 laps to go, so we can make it on fuel.
Let's see. Now imagine if we had all 62 cars on the track to start the race.
Oh, hell no.
It's like, do you really want to see some craziness go on?
Alright, so front, it's Mitch Hobbs, Hunter Ups in second, Charlie Byer in third, who has actually been in victory lane in that number 7. Went to victory lane at Daytona in the Cup Series.
And in the Truck Series here.
That's correct. That's correct. I forgot how. Oh yeah, he got lucky. He got real lucky.
Yeah, that was one of those Trioval madness endings, as we saw in the bronze race at Talladega as well. Similar thing happened. Alex Wheeler, after racing here for about 3 or 4 years, finally picked up his first iSCAR win in that race.
Right.
So Talladega, and then of course Jackson Menchu winning the race while crossing the line backwards. So Talladega has had a lot of good memories, and probably bad ones too, here in iSCAR. So I guess this adds yet another chapter to that story.
Benjamin won. Henry's a lap down in 13th. Dylan's still sitting on pit road. So yeah, just 13 cars in this main pack. This is, somebody pulled up on the chat and said 2017 Alabama 500. Yeah,
pretty much. That sounds about right. Of course, that was the race where about 14 Cup cars finished, and Brad Keselowski won in the Dale Jr. Tribute Scheme. So, of course, we don't want a repeat of that, but I guess we're well on our way there, as we've got about as many cars left in this race as they did in that one. So the pace car will scoot itself down onto pit road, and what's left of the field will make their way through the tri-oval here, with Mitch Hobbs and Hunter Rupp leading the field. And in a moment, we should be going green.
Right about now.
Green, green, green.
And Mitch hit the gas real early, and that will spread out the field very, very far.
Mitch will be a sitting duck here out of turn 2.
No doubt about it.
As Charlie decides to go down the bottom and work with the 44 of Parento versus Hunter Rupp. So, and Charlie now goes up high.
Yeah, with that jump on the restart, this is gonna be dangerous for this 97 of Mitch Hobbs, as he's getting a hard shove from Parento.
Yeah.
And man, I'm surprised.
Charlie's holding up the high side.
That's right.
Charlie needs some help though, but I'm surprised he held it on his own for that long. But now Hunter will actually, Charlie's gonna go down to the bottom rather than stay up high, and Looks like this top 6 or 7 will be a single file, and Mitch Hobbs will lead the lap.
Well, looks like it's just a 6-7 car train, and leading around 8th place is, looks like the 47 of William Kenny, who is fairly damaged. He's also blinking out. On the high side, looks like it's Benjamin White. And I don't know who that is with him. Looks like to be the number 9 of Ryan Kwan.
Yeah, the issue with some of these guys is that some of them have a lot of damage. 2 wrecks we've seen, so even if they work together in one, there's only so much speed you'll be able to get with the damage they have. So
that's correct.
For some of these guys, if they don't have someone behind them, they've got no shot at.
And it goes faster side by side, since that going single file checks up the inside so much. You're carrying so much momentum in these cars that you're checking up so hard, and the more cars you have in line, the more checking up you'll do. That's why it's better off to go side by side, and this whole front of the pack is all single file. Now they're starting to spread out. Take it to the outside. That's the 7, a Buyer, who's getting blocked by the 70. Man.
Parento's going to be left out to dry here into turn 3. He's going to get split right down the middle.
Nobody went with him.
As the 4-way teammates of Buyer and Hankins are going to lead the outside with Matthew McDonald behind them. As the second pack has now caught the first pack, since the first pack spread out as much as they did. So now we've got a big race going on. But that's Chris Henry in the 54 was the first car in the second pack to latch on. So Charlie now your leader with his teammate in tow.
Scoot in a 1 and 2, fairly orderly. 44, Parento is going to scoot himself to the inside, shut the door, looks like. I think that's the 46. No, it's not. Might have been the, I don't know, we're going to have to get a chopper cam. Looks like the 54. I think his lap's down. No, he's not. That's Chris Henry in the 54. But they work through 3 and 4, and they're starting to separate from Kenny, who's fairly damaged. He might get turned, honestly.
Blinking. Yeah, Kenny blinking as well, so I'm sure Donnie Henry, 36, the other Henry we have tonight, probably pretty eager to get by him, but Henry himself does have a lot of front-end damage from the first incident. Only so much Donnie can do as well.
Correct.
You see Nicholas Stroud trying to get, and actually I think Donnie Henry just got shuffled out, because now Nicholas Stroud's the one right behind Peter. And yeah, there you see the 36 go the wrong direction up the high side.
Kenny holding down the bottom side, and this separated it split the pack in 2 basically, because Kenny is so slow. Look at them just whip by so easily around that 47. They should have done that earlier, and look at that. I don't know if they could really catch up to this main draft of 6 cars.
Yeah, they might need a caution unless they go side by side.
Right.
Those front 6. Yeah, Peter being as off pace as he is, of course, no fault of his own. But you know, at some point you might just want to scoot out of the way for the faster cars, especially in a track like this.
Right.
But I think those top 3 are actually gaining on this lead pack. I think they're gaining a couple tenths. Parento explores the outside and causes Chris Henry to dart up the track. So that will definitely help those 3 cars come back, as they're going to have a run on the 54 now.
Yeah, and this side by side for, I think this is 10th, or no, this is definitely not 10th. This might be 7th, with Benjamin White being the caboose of this train. He's going to push the number 9, Ryan Kwan, to the front. They work themselves right up off the corner. Still single file though. So that's second pack.
Unfortunately, Matthew McDonald could not quite latch onto those top 3, so now he's with Donnie and Peter back here. So these 3 off the pace. So I think these 3 are just going to limp their way down.
Whoa!
Oh no, there goes Chris Henry and Kwan, and Henry goes hard into the outside wall. And no caution. Donnie Henry, there's the caution as Henry slides down.
Ouch.
That's the second time tonight that Ryan Kwan has gone around out of turn 4.
take a replay of it. See what happened as the field started to stack up. Looks like,
I think Juan might have just hooked the 54, but we'll have to see here.
no.
Oh, I think Henry got a little out of shape from the 44.
Seemed like it a bit of an accordion effect. Mitch was starting to disconnect from the 72, caused the 61 to check up just a bit. And the 54, of course, without much speed, just ran into the backside of the 44. Tried to lay off of him, though. Unfortunately, he got himself turned.
And not a whole lot the 54 can do, and ended up slamming the outside wall. His night more than likely will conclude here. And I'm sure Donnie Henry's as well, as he slipped down to the side as those last 3 cars came into the picture. So we'll probably be down to a... Oh, yeah, there you see Donnie Henry just clobbered the 54 and then go down to the inside. But it looks like Peter and Matthew McDonald did make it through. So they might have a chance here to potentially latch onto the back of the pack once again.
This will give some more repair time for all those damaged cars in that second pack. Maybe sniff more of a draft with their optionals done. So we'll see if Peter can get himself back situated, and other people. So yeah, sucks, but sucks to see another caution, because caution laps just take so long here. Not surprised to see Charlie up there, though. Of course, came in victory lane at Daytona in the iSCAR TSP Cup Series. Was a Final Four contender in the iSCAR JPG Graphics Truck Series. Here he is, casually leading laps, has led 6 this whole entire race. We'll take a look at our lap board here in the right. Hitch has led 7, Byers led 6, Heaters led 5, Mulrooney 2, Timothy just 1, as well as Hart's 1. Alright, yeah, not a lot to talk about, so I guess we're gonna scoot ourselves into commercial break, get a checkup of the drivers. We'll be right back right after this. So this is the iSCAR Super Speedway Talladega Recruit Session. We'll be back right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome you all back here live for the iSCAR Super Speedway Series Open Race, Talladega recruitment session. Not sure if we're going to get any recruits off of this, unfortunately, based on how the race has been going, but we'll try to. And, yeah, broadcast. So we're going to get the green with, looks like 10 laps remaining. We barely have a field left. Eliminated so many drivers. Man. Fire, Kilo Hankins, Hunter Rupp, Kevin Parento, Benjamin A. White. Surprised to see him. This area. Bliss Stroud. Matthew McDonald, who's the lucky one to hook up. What you call it? He can hook up with the drafts, as he does have a damageless car. Going up for the restart.
And it looks like about 10, 12 cars left out of 32, and really out of 62, if you count the LCQ guys, so only a fraction of what we started with, but hopefully we still end up with a good finish.
Right. All right. So, 10 laps remaining. So little people left. Do you have a person in mind who you think is most likely come out to the?
Well, I don't even know. Victor? I don't even know who is left that started in the top 10, because that was my lone prediction, but Charlie Beyer, of course, proving his prowess on plate tracks, and he is restarting in first. I think he's got a pretty decent shot here, but look out for Mitch Hobbs in 9th, as he did make himself up to the front earlier in this race, so...
Wow, Beyer hits the go button early, and that will catch the 61 of Hunter Rupp off guard. And Beyer is a sitting duck, but he does have his teammate in tow.
Well, I think that's why Beyer did it, because he knew if he did that, the Hankins were going to just dive right down underneath him. So now the two teammates are going to be setting sail and potentially separating themselves from the rest of the field here out of turn 2.
Although Benjamin White working himself low. Sells down the back straightaway. All eyes on Beyer. He's holding that bottom side, and he has, of course, Kilo Hankins pushing him 3 wide into 3. They're not going to go anywhere with that. How about Matthew McDonald in that 46? He's missing a rear end, but luckily for him, he's still in contention for this one.
Yeah, McDonald's the LCQ winner, so already, I guess, a win for him tonight. So trying to make it 2 in a row for him. As we're down to just 10 laps to go. So now at this point of the race, we have more drivers in the field. Laps remaining, which is really weird to say, but especially with this, so.
Alright, Inspire holding the inside line. There's only 2 cars on the ice side, and that is the 8 of Benjamin A. White and the 44 of Kevin Parento. For Parento, he needs another car up there to push that outside line. You see the 8 Benjamin trying to side draft out the 21 to get himself forward. That's Nicholas Stroud. But yeah, Benjamin washing up the racetrack. Parenteau chasing him up the track.
They're up
That
to,
were
they might be able to come down. The 8 might be able to come.
No!
Parenteau gets down, but Benjamin does not. So looks like Stroud might come up the track and help Benjamin out here on turn 2, along with the 97 of Mitch Hobbs.
Yeah, there's 4 cars now on that high side helping that number 8. Trying to work themselves around the 44 of Parenteau, but 8 of White, 21 of Stroud, and 97 of Mitch
Benjamin
Hobbs.
gets down. So now Stroud's left out to dry, so he's going to shuffle back to the rear of this pack. As I think actually Hunter got shuffled out somehow. He's off the pace now.
Yeah, he is all the way back in
I
8th.
don't know what happened there, but him and Quan about a second plus off this, and then Peter way off the pace. But still a 7-car lead pack with just 7 laps to go. As I believe the top 10 are the only cars remaining on the track, so not much of a field left at all, but still gearing ourselves up for what could be still a decent finish.
Whoa! White goes out of line. He's going to take Hobbs with him into 3, but there's only 3 cars on that high side. 3 versus 3. You ain't going to go anywhere unless Benjamin gets some type of run. Work themselves into 3 and 4. I mean, off of 3 and off of 4. The front straightaway. It's still Beyer, and right behind him, his teammate is 72, Kiloa Hankins. Kiloa is most likely going to stay tucked up with his teammate. He's going to stay, most likely stay committed to pushing that 7 up front. But the 72, Kiloa Hankins, he has to manage that engine temperature as well. He doesn't want the engine to get too hot, as we do have a yellow somehow. My goodness, how?
How, though? What even... What? Where? Well, obviously the wreck was from an off-pace car, but who and where? Because we saw absolutely nothing.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Who's that car that's around?
Oh, that's Hunter up.
What the?
Wow. And that's going to lead us with a... Looks like a 2-lap shootout? I don't know. We'll take another replay. What happened to the 61? It's so bizarre.
I thought he was all by himself.
Yeah, I thought he was too, but...
He was with the 9 of Quan. So we'll have to see what exactly happened.
Oh.
Well then.
Yeah, 9 just hooked him.
Hunter keeps it off the wall, so no further damage to... I'm sure for those top 6, that's incredibly frustrating.
Definitely, it has to be.
They were all by themselves, and then somebody, almost on the other side of the track just spins on their own, so... I'm sure pretty irritating for these guys, but with the kind of restart that Beyer had last time, I would not be surprised if he does that again this time around to try and get Hankins to tuck underneath them again.
I'm pretty sure none of these drivers are going to hit pit road as well. This will put the 34 Kurtner on the lead lap. Where he is the one who got involved in that turn 4 incident. I don't know if Kurtner's gonna most likely take the wave around here. Is he? Sure.
Most like Kurtner's getting the wave
There he
around
goes.
here. Or the lucky dog, rather. So he'll scoot himself around this 2.6 mile to get his lap back. And I believe we're going to have 2 to go. So it'll probably be a 2-lap dash to the finish. As long as there isn't another caution. But even with this few cars, another caution is definitely not out of the question.
Right.
I.e. the 2017 Alabama 500 mentioned.
Only 7 cars finished on lead lap, or 7 cars in the pack win that one. My gosh, that was a horrible race.
Yeah, the truck race at Daytona last year too. What, 9 finished that? I think.
Yeah,
like
holy
at
crap.
all. Like the least amount of finishers in truck history, I believe. So, of course, this stuff does happen in real life every so often.
But of course, when it does happen, you hate to see it. It sucks.
Well, in real life, it's kind of funny, but here it's honestly not.
Hmm.
But then again, on this, you're also not wasting like hundreds of thousands of dollars in sheet metal you can't use again. As see AJ Bain messing around in the grass as he's back on the track now with Peter. So neither of them, of course, have any chance at winning. I guess harmless shenanigans aren't that big of a deal as long as they don't wreck anybody else.
So, take a look at our top 5. Gonna be Bayer, Hankins, Parento. His name's not showing up because his default iRacing paint is white, as well as Benjamin White in number 8, Mitch Hobbs in 5th, Stroud in 6th, Donald in 7th, Juan in 8th, Kenny in 9th, Kurtner in 10th. Got the lucky dog.
I think Rupp's the last car on track. I believe that's it. And you
That's
see
right.
Cade Davis finished 13th. I don't know if he's on track or not, but he was the final transfer out of the LCQ, so even getting up to 13th is, I guess, an accomplishment on its own, given where he started dead last. So I think we're going to go green this time, I hope.
Pace car lights
But
are
it's still
still on.
single file, so...
Yeah. Sucks. I don't know what to talk about. There's nothing's been going on in the world.
Oh, we got... Well, yeah, I mean, usually in a situation like this, we'd plug in a sporting event of some kind, but there's just nothing.
Right. We also plug in sponsors as well, but unfortunately, we don't have sponsors right now. Sponsoring the Super Speedway Series. No, actually, we do. iRacing Media is sponsoring it, but I don't have a presentation to pull up Glenn Bundren sponsor, because this is just a recruitment race, so...
also, a shout out to Yost Auto Sales and Scott Yost for sponsoring the late model summer series that I'll be helping commentate this summer. So even though we don't really have a sponsor presentation for this yet, we can help plug our other one. So thanks again to Scott for helping us in that regard. So hopefully we can get some other ones for some other series we don't quite have a presenting sponsor for yet.
Alright, so... who do you think's gonna win?
I think Bayer's got it, in all honesty. Can get the restart he got last time and get his team under him. I think that's all she wrote. But if it's more of an even restart, the outside might be able to get something to work.
For me, my bets are on that number 72, Kiloa Hankins. Hankins has yet to ever be in iSCAR victory lane, even on testing sessions and recruitments and such. That 72, probably hungry to get that, get himself a W here for this one, and it'd be interesting on how this restart will go, because that top 2 are both teammates. There we go, pace order lights is off finally. So here we go. What is attempt number 1 out of 3. Got 3 attempts. We wreck it on the green. Or re-rack them up and fly them again. Till we hit the 3rd attempt. Caution comes out on the 3rd attempt. Race will end. But once that white flag waves, all bets are off. If you wreck, well, that sucks. And they're wrecking in the back. And there goes Kenny. Gets disqualified.
Oh my goodness. Hopefully that doesn't turn the pace lights back on.
No, it doesn't.
Good. I don't know if he wrecked by himself or if he got help, but either way, it's just pretty stupid. I mean, Peter's not going to win. He's got too much damage, but just... I mean, at this point, we're just trying to get this over with, honestly.
Yeah.
We don't need to make it take any longer. We might actually throw up another recruit session after this without any of our league drivers in here, but...
Yeah.
We might, but... It's just unfortunate, though, because, of course, this is meant to be to see if we can get any new drivers in here, and, of course, a lot of them got...
Yeah, taken out on that lap 4 wreck.
Well, I mean wrecks in general, because almost all of them weren't even caused by a new person, so... In terms of figuring out who could be a good fit here, we didn't really gain much by way of data, so... Perhaps we'll have to try again in a couple days or something. We'll have to see. But the pace car will go down pit road for hopefully the last time today, and Byron Hankins, the teammates, will lead us to the restart.
What Byron doesn't want to do is he doesn't want to get too good of a restart, in which he's a sitting duck right up off the backstretch. But he does have the 72 kilo Hankins he could time out the restart with. So maybe that's, if he does go early, in which he does, he won't get ran over. But they're side by side for second. That means Byron's going to be sort of sitting duck here as they head down the backstretch. And Kiloa Hankins is unfortunately left out to dry. Unless he could get back in line in front of that 44. Looks like it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, Bayer tried to time it like last time to get Hankins. Parento also got a good restart. And they're actually the door right here. No, they're going to go on the wall.
Wow.
And they both keep it going, but no caution. And jeez. And then I think Kurtner just hit him, but...
I reckon more.
AJ Bain, Kurtner's in there. And somebody else is around as well. Parento. So as you go back up towards the front of the field, as we do have no caution. Benjamin White is your leader out of turn 4 as Bayer got passed by him and Mitch Hobbs in the 97 in second. As we're coming up toward the white flag.
1 lap to go. I cannot believe there was no caution for that one. My eyes were on the wreck, and here we go for this one. Bayer's going to have a push from the 21. Mitch trying to take it 3 wide. He doesn't want to work with Dog. Dog's going to throw a block.
As Benjamin's trying to hold on to the lead, and Mitch trying to do everything we can. Hunter Rep behind Mitch, but Bayer has the run on the outside with Nicholas Stroud in the 21. Stroud gets burned. Benjamin goes around. Stroud's going to save it.
Now the 7's a sitting duck. The 7's a sitting duck off of 4. It's a matter of how Mitch is going to make the move. Man.
And that was unfortunate.
Whoa, here comes Mitch. They contact.
They get turned.
And here comes the 61 of Rupp. Oh, the 7 hits him, but Rupp wins.
Hunter Rupp wins. Hunter Rupp is your winner at Talladega after everybody crashes.
Wow. Everybody just wrecked everybody, and my gosh. Hunter Rupp was just in the right place at the right time.
As Peter Kenny ended up 5th. He was that off pace, and everybody crashed, and Peter came out of nowhere with the top 5, but I thought Mitch had it. I thought that was Mitch's to lose once we came out of turn 4, but unfortunately, he did. And Hunter Rupp somehow ends up your winner here in the recruitment race.
That was interesting as they worked themselves off that final corner. Mitch had the move made, but man, Bayer just cleared himself. And of course, Bayer trying to overcorrect right into Hunter to prevent him from winning. Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, I think what triggered the whole thing, I think Nicholas Stroud tried to clear himself into turn 3 and just was not clear. And it got Benjamin turned around with a few others. So I think that whole thing was just started by Stroud trying to get in line. And
Benjamin, man, I don't know why Benjamin washed up. He just totally interrupted that inside line. And that lost him a ton of momentum.
But you'll see into turn 3 here is Charlie, of course, has more than enough space to come down. But Stroud could not say the same. Yeah, and then you see Benjamin go around right there. Stroud holds on to it, but of course, lost all of its momentum. And then out of 4, I think you'll see Stroud get hooked by Quan as well. Yeah, Quan just hooked him on purpose. But now you'll see Mitch come down and just lost it when he came down, and Bayer couldn't hold on to it either, but Hunter escapes the winner as everybody else got collected in it. So that was pretty much almost one continuous wreck from turn 3 into the tri-oval.
Yeah, everybody just hit everybody, and of course, it was on from that point forward. We're gonna just most likely end off the broadcast right here, since we don't have anybody to interview. But yeah, congratulations to Hunter Up in that number 61. Actually, he is. Hunter, I'll go ahead and drag him in. Hunter, congrats, dude.
Yeah, I don't feel too good about that one now.
Well, man, on that white flag, everybody just went everywhere, and luckily you were sitting in third, and the leaders collided. What was going through your mind as you went through the tri-oval?
I was just hoping that I could get through before Bayer got back on the track. If I could do that, then I would have been home free, basically. We kind of slammed coming off of a turn, though, and I think he crashed afterward or something. That probably was what got me.
All right, bud. 10-4. Well, any other comments you want to say?
Yeah, to all the drivers, I'm really sorry for that crash. I'm an idiot. Basically what happened was my dog was licking at my leg, and I looked down for a split second. And I turned up happily into AJ, and I want to say sorry to AJ and all the recruits that came out today. All of you were really nice. It was actually a pretty enjoyable experience. But other than that, pretty enjoyable, I'd say.
All right, congrats, Hunter. We'll go ahead and see you coming around for our official side and stuff.
Yep, I'm very excited for this season. Thank you.
Wrapping the 61, and yeah, that'll go ahead and end off the broadcast. I got nobody else to interview and stuff like that, but I do need to fix around some ATVO stuff. If you do have a comment on any bugs that you saw on the stream, go ahead and leave them down in the comments and such. We'll get to that ASAP. Yeah, Dewey, any last second comments?
Not a whole lot. I mean, it was a recruitment race, so I kind of knew it would be a bit messy, but I don't know if I was expecting that much either, so decent enough finish, but it was a typical Talladega finish here. I mean, almost every time we come here, everyone wrecks out of 4, so I wish it had been a little better than it was, but my expectations, I guess, weren't high enough to begin with, but hopefully some of the guys that came out tonight do join us here in iSCAR for the summer series.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing some more recruits later during the night. Right after this, we're going to hold up another one without iSCAR drivers and such, so we could actually get some solid recruits in. But, yeah.
In terms of this, I guess we can sign ourselves off here, and I guess we'll see you in, maybe within the next hour for our next recruitment session. So until then, I'm Dewey Schramm, that's Ezeckiel Reyes, and thanks for tuning in for tonight.